Michael Carter just got his extension. We're going to be talking about Haason Reddick. He continues to hold out. The Niners, we got it all. 515-602-9639. Give me 1 second, folks. Going to connect the audio and get right to you. Hold on. Taking callers.
Blog Talk Radio.
What's going on, folks? It's your boy Long Beach Joe, and I am back at it, back at it, back at it again. I'm back at it again, man. Listen, we got a lot to discuss, okay? As y'all can tell, I am fired up. Of course, we know the Jets have a game upcoming against the 49ers. All right, it's going to be our season opener, things moving and shaking Monday night. All right, we're going to be discussing that. We're also going to be talking about Michael Carter. That boy got an extension. We're going to be talking about that. And Haason Reddick continues to hold out. So far, maybe he reports during the show live, right? Maybe that happens. You know what I'm saying? That would be beautiful. But as of now, he has not shown up. Okay, so we're going to be talking about that too. Again, 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. I am taking all callers. Hold on a second, but before we get to it, because I'm fired up. I am fired up, and y'all know that I can go on all day long. Let me start the show. Listen, I'm the man of the people. I'm here for the people. Let me shamelessly promote my Facebook page. Everyone go on Facebook, search The Long Beach Joe Show. Like that page. My content's up there. Go ahead and give it a listen. Message me. I'll message you right back. I love going back and forth with you folks about this football team. Also, leave me some feedback. I love hearing about what you folks think I do here on The Long Beach Joe Show. Okay? I truly appreciate it, y'all. All right? Salutes and respect to everybody that I go back and forth with on that Facebook page. I really, really appreciate y'all. Your boy's also on iTunes as well. Going over to iTunes, okay, type in The Long Beach Joe Show. Subscribe to the podcast there and give me a 5-star rating, man. I want to appreciate everybody that does that, okay? Everybody that does that and everybody that gives me some feedback. And again, I want to thank everybody that listens to me, no matter where you listen to me from, okay? I truly, truly appreciate it. Got people that listen to me from all over the place, overseas, everywhere. It is crazy, okay? I want to thank y'all for doing that. Again, please keep putting the feedback and give me a 5-star rating. Also, I'm on Twitter as well for those of y'all that don't know. I'm going to keep saying Twitter. I know people keep getting upset about it. Oh, Joe is X, Joe is this, Joe is that. Whatever, man. Okay? Whatever. I'm going to keep saying Twitter because that's how I was introduced to the platform. It is what it is. You just got to let it go at this point. Okay? Going over to Twitter, type in @TheLongBeachJoe, @TheLongBeachJoe on Twitter. Go ahead and follow me. I'll follow you right back. And if you want to troll me, you want to have an argument with me, okay? I'm here for it as well, all right? I try not to have spirited debates. That's what I try to call them now. But people want to have those with me. They want to argue. Hey, it is what it is, okay? So we'll have that those discussion over there again at The Long Beach Joe. Also, for those of you that may not know, I stream live on YouTube. Live on YouTube, okay? We put content up, all right, baby? The show, live on YouTube, okay? Some of y'all may not know that. I've had a lot of people run into my show that way, especially the ladies. Salutes to you, okay? They say your boy Joe's handsome. They say your boy Joe is attractive. They are shocked, okay? They love the voice. They love my takes, and they say, damn, Joe, you look good too. I want to thank you, okay? Salutes and respect to all the ladies. You folks are beautiful as well, all right? I'm not an arrogant guy. I just work with what I got. If you want to see what we're doing here, if you want to be a part of the content, if you want to get involved with everything that's going on, that is Long Beach Joe. If you want to get interactive with your boy, come on over to YouTube, type in Long Beach Joe Jets, Long Beach Joe Jets on YouTube, all right? Subscribe, hit that notification bell so when I post content, you'll be in the know. Also, give the content, the stream, the videos a thumbs up, okay? Give it a thumbs up. And share the content across your social media with your friends and your family. I want to thank y'all for doing that. But guess what? When you come over here, just know you're going to be dealing with some people, okay? It's my chat, man. And I call my chat the Savages. You want to know why? Because they're savage. Savage! Listen, they don't care about anything or anyone, okay? If they don't like your takes, they're going to bring it to you, okay? They're going to bring it to you. Nobody's safe, not even me, okay? If they don't like my takes, they get after me as well, okay? Salutes to all the Savages. I see y'all. Michael Piper, I see you. Ron P, I see you. Dakota, I see you in the building, okay? Salutes to everybody. JJ, I see you. Okay, he says, hyped about the Carter extension, one of the best slot corners in the league. You're speaking facts, and we're about to get to that right now. Again, salutes and respect to all the callers. We'll get to y'all in just a second. We're going to just cover some topics really quickly about the New York Jets. I see you, Val. I see you. Other callers as well. I see y'all. We'll be coming to you in a second. Again, 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. We are taking all calls tonight. Now, first off, I want to start off, okay? I want to start off with this Michael Carter deal that just hit, okay? This has just been put out, so we're reporting it. It's fresh here. Michael Carter and the Jets have agreed to two terms on a 3-year, $30.7 million extension. Woo! I'm loving this, baby. I'm loving it. Now, keep in mind, the extension is up to $33 million, okay, with slightly over $19 million in total guarantees. Carter is now the highest paid slot corner in the NFL. Now, what this does is it puts all that talk to bed, right? Anybody remember all of the yap about how Jets can't keep their own? The Jets can't re-sign people. The Jets don't take care of players that play well for them. The Jets guys they draft always seem to walk away. Well, here we are, right? With a guy that was drafted by the Jets. He put in the work. He handled his business. He's one of the best slot corners in all of the NFL. And here he is getting paid for his work. Salutes and respect to Joe Douglas, man. This is how we get business done over here, okay? We were all concerned and worried. Again, we got other guys coming up as well, AVT. There's a lot of people looking at what's going on with DJ Reed as well. They're concerned about, him taking care of other guys. But we see here what Joe Douglas did was he didn't wait until the end of the season. He didn't wait until things got thick. He said, listen, let's sit down. Let's get this deal done and get it finished. And they were able to close things up with Michael Carter, okay? What a job. I like this re-signing, or I like this extension, excuse me. It is a re-signing, but I like this extension. I like keeping Carter on the team. This is a young guy that has really put a lot of great things into the New York Jets, really been a big part of our defense. And again, having a slot corner spot locked up is amazing. So I like this and love the fact we got an extension. That man got paid, okay? Joe Douglas, cutting the check, all right? That's all I'm saying. Michael Carter getting that money. Hey, listen, man. Michael, can I get $1 or $2? That's all I'm saying. Just $1 or $2. I'm not asking for too much. I'm just saying $1 or $2, okay? Your boy out here trying to move and shake. I just need a couple dollars. That's all. That's all. That's all I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? You got over $19 million in guarantees. You can spare $1 or $2, player, all right? You can spare that. So, as we continue to go on about the New York Jets, there's a lot of things moving and shaking around Haason Reddick as well, or not moving and shaking, because he still has not reported to the New York Jets, okay? So Haason Reddick is continuing his holdout. Now, maybe he shows up, right, live during this show. Again, we're taping Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. Maybe, he shows up, all right? Maybe he reports live during the show, but as of now, still hasn't shown up, all right? Still holding out. And as a matter of fact, he's the last remaining holdout in the NFL. Well. Isn't that something to something I guess to be proud of, huh? I guess that's how it's gonna work here. Now, keep in mind, Haason Reddick has accumulated $2.5 million in mandatory fines. He's also forfeited a $250,000 workout bonus. Okay. So he's forfeited that. We all know. Didn't show up for mandatory mini camps. Didn't show up for training camp. And here we are now sitting here in this situation with Haason Reddick. Now, Saleh spoke on this with the media and kind of jokingly said, when asked about Haason Reddick, the possibility of him showing up, how would he feel about it? And basically Saleh said, it's like finding change in the couch, I guess, right? Just a little joke. But he went on to say that he's a special football player, and when he eventually gets here, he's gonna help us. Now, as we know, listen here, man. Eventually, this is gonna start hitting in the game checks for Haason Reddick. Okay, I believe he has to report by Wednesday before the game checks start hitting, because the season starts Thursday. So we'll see how this situation plays out. I've talked about this constantly from the very beginning. I said I didn't think that he would show up until the season actually started, if that. I think that this is going to play out well into the season, and I think it's just going to continue to get ugly. Haason Reddick looks at this situation, and it's a payday for him. Maybe his last payday because he's an older guy. He's 30. But, of course, we know he can still rush the passer. He's still a great player. And he's going to cash in, whether it be here or elsewhere. Now, the New York Jets have said that they are not going to trade him. They're not going to release him, and they're not going to trade him. Joe Douglas has come out and said that in a statement that the Jets put out. And, again, they were clear about their stance about how, they're looking to get a deal done. He has to report for them to get a deal done. They're not going to negotiate with people that are not in that locker room reporting and practicing and all this other stuff. They're not going to do that. And that's their stance. They've also made it clear that they, from their side, that they spoke with Haason Reddick and he was okay with playing on the deal. There's been, other reports as well coming from elsewhere that Haason Reddick told the Jets from day one that he wanted a new deal. But here we are, right, in this situation with Haason Reddick consistently holding out. Now, keep in mind the Jets did trade a third-round pick from 2026 for him. So we'll see how this continues to move and shake, man. I would think that as this continues on, that at some point, maybe the Jets do look to move on from him and trade him. Maybe they do. Instead of just standing pat, I would love to see Haason Reddick report. I think he's the guy that really puts us over the top, especially from the pass rushing standpoint. And so going into this season now, right, you look at this situation, let me tell you something. Jermaine Johnson, great player. We all love him. I think he's phenomenal. Pro Bowler. He's unbelievable. The sack numbers have got to get bigger. 7.5 is the most he's had in a season. He's got to get double-digit sacks. Will McDonald, the pressure ratchets up on him crazy, okay? Ratchets up on him crazy. He was a guy that was deactivated last season, played sparingly, and now we're sitting here and we're looking at this situation, and look, he's got to have double-digit sacks this upcoming season. He's got to go in there and take care of business. Jets fans, I'm telling you, are not going to ease up on him at all. They're not. They're not. I remember the night he got drafted. I was live here, and there was a lot of Jets fans that did not like that pick. I was one of the few that was like, okay, I like what we're thinking here. I like the player. I like what he'll be able to do. But there was a lot of Jets fans that called into my show that didn't like it, and a lot of Jets fans that I had conversations with on social media that did not like the pick either, that wasn't a fan of it. Well, he's got to show up and show out this season because, again, the expectations for the New York Jets are gigantic this season. Gigantic. I'm talking Super Bowl or bust. That's what a lot of Jets fans are saying. I'm not saying that, me personally. Okay? The Jets better make the playoffs. If Joe Douglas wants to continue to be the general manager, the Jets got to make the playoffs, okay? Because if they don't, let me tell you something. It ain't going to be good, baby. It ain't going to be good, all right? Woody Johnson has already come out and said some things this offseason that basically said, hey, look, we got to be better than we were last season. He didn't put a playoff mandate out there, but he pretty much, said, hey, these guys got to make the playoffs. So Jets got to do something, and pass rush is key. Again, we're facing the 49ers this upcoming game, and let me tell you something. If you can't get after Purdy, you're going to have a long day. Speaking of the San Francisco 49ers, Trent Williams, Christian McCaffrey, and Brandon Ayuk were at practice today. Trent Williams actually signed a deal as well. Oh, baby, is he getting paid. The 49ers guaranteed the next 2 years on Trent Williams' contract, equating to $48 million, including an addition of $7.6 million in salary this season. Williams has 3 years remaining on his contract. He will make $27.6 million in cash this season, the most of any offensive lineman. Oh, baby. That is crazy. Trent is getting to the bag, all right? He's getting to the bag, man. Jeez. I'm talking, whoa. You talking cash, okay? He's getting to the bag, man. So, Trent, can I hold $1 or two? All right? Can I hold $1 or two? That's all I'm saying. He getting money, okay? This is insane. But Trent Williams, again, I personally think he's the best left tackle in all of football. And he, is handling his business and getting things done as well. So he gets a new deal. So Trent Williams will be playing against the New York Jets week 1, as well as Brandon Ayuk, who recently just got his deal. And Christian McCaffrey looks like things is pretty healed up against that calf. We're also going to be talking about the matchup with the 49ers. Some of my thoughts, man. I'm looking at Sulla and saying, hey, can him and Hackett get it together? This team needs to play within control as well. Can't have big penalty issues. I'm looking at Sulla and saying, hey, can you outcoach Kyle Shanahan? That's the big question. That's the big question, baby. You're going to have Sulla knows the 49ers through and through. He was there for years before he came here. Can he, compete with Kyle Shanahan on a mental standpoint? Can you match what he's going to be able to do? Kyle Shanahan is an amazing offensive mind. He is. And his running schemes that he puts together, unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right? That Shanahan scheme will put you to sleep. And so I want to see if Sulla's going to have this defense ready to go and raring to go. I'm looking at Nathaniel Hackett, and I'm saying, hey, can you put together a solid offensive plan? Can you do that, man? Also, can you make adjustments? Okay, we saw him literally struggle with that last season, caused a lot of issues for us offensively. What can you do? I'm looking at the New York Jets offensive line. I'm saying, hey, can you properly protect Aaron Rodgers? That's a big question. All right, that's a big. We got a lot of new guys. Trent, we got Tyron Smith in the building. We got a new Garden Simpson. We got Morgan Moses on the other side. Listen, Bosa, Warner, Floyd. Man, the Niners got so many people that they can throw after you. It is insane. It is wild what they're able to do. Okay, so you have to be able to properly protect Aaron Rodgers. Let me tell you something. You're gonna have a long day. I'm talking a real long day. Okay, so they've got to be able to handle that type of business. So I'm looking at the situation, and I'm hoping that the New York Jets are going to be able to properly protect Aaron Rodgers there. I'm also looking at, the Jets running game. Breece Hall, can you guys run the football effectively? I think that's going to be big as well, okay? That's going to be big as well. If Breece Hall can really get going, if this Jets offensive line can open some holes and he gets ripping early, it's going to really be able to open things up for the New York Jets offensively. I think that Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson's connection, we'll see that pretty early. This is a game where I think Garrett Wilson could really have, really, of course he's going to have a big impact, but he might be able to get over 100 yards in this game. I'm thinking. I know that they're going to try to shut him down and try to do some different things. If they do bracket him or double him, I'm looking at Mike Williams and I'm saying, hey, it's time for you to get off, bro. It's time for you to get going. Also, Alan Lazard, reemerging as a real offensive weapon and target within this offense. This is the year. He had a pretty solid offseason. Is this the year for him to turn things around? We'll see. All right, we'll see. Again, those Niners corners, Ward and Lenore, those guys are serious business, okay? That back end of the Niners secondary is serious, okay? Defensively for the New York Jets, listen, again, Trent Williams, McCaffrey, they're all back out there, man. Listen, are you prepared for Debo, okay? Are you prepared for Debo? Because if you ain't prepared for Debo, baby, he going to put you to bed, okay? If you ain't prepared for what he's going to bring to the table, all the things that they're going to do with him, all the gadget plays, how he gets the football and is able to create some space and really get rolling, I'm telling you, he's going to flush you. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah. He'll flush you quick, okay? So we gotta worry about Debo Samuel. Again, he's putting things together. And the big question for me as well, Sauce Gardner, we talked about him traveling. Is he going to travel in this game? Who is he going to cover? Is he going to start following guys all over the field, no matter who they are? Is he going to start traveling in this game for the, perceived number one target of the 49ers? Okay. We also know, again, Ayuk is a guy that they like to get the ball to as well. So we got to watch out for him. DJ, I'm pretty sure, is going to take care of him. And I'm looking at Christian McCaffrey. I know he's coming back from that injury. We all know when he gets the football in his hands, you got to corral to the ball, bro. This is a running back that is serious business. We've seen it for years, right? He's a powerful guy. He can run through people. You got to gang tackle him. But then on top of that is what he's able to do in the receiving game too, man. You got to watch out. Our linebackers are going to be tested. Quincy Williams, C.J. Mosley. Listen, Sherwood as well. This is going to be a big game. Hey, let's see. Can Sherwood get things rolling this season? If you ain't ready, you going to get cooked, okay? If you ain't ready, you're going to get cooked. So I'm worried about Christian McCaffrey. Then we also got to worry about Kittle as well. Don't fall asleep on that tight end, okay? This is some people arguably say that he is the best tight end in the game. I think Travis Kelce is amazing. Okay, I respect any take that you guys bring with that, but we got to worry about Kittle too. He's a guy that can get out and get after it and really put us to bed if we don't watch it. Man, let me tell you something. I think the key here is we got to get after Purdy. Okay, Jermaine Johnson, Quinnen Williams as well, who's a guy that can get after the passer. I'm not expecting him to be a big-time edge rusher or a big-time, sack guy. He is that, that great defensive lineman, but he can get after, the quarterback as well, push the pocket. But Will McDonald, too, this is a big game for him, A lot of people want to see him come out the gate and really put some things together. All right, so we got to get after Purdy. Getting him off his spot, getting him rattled will really go a long way for the New York Jets defense and hopefully create some turnovers from him too, okay? Again, Purdy's a great quarterback. We all know that. Purdy's a great quarterback, okay? I know people say a lot of different things about him, that he may be limited, so on and so forth. Whatever, okay? We've seen him do it, okay? Get to the Super Bowl and really push the Niners offense and handle business. So you can say whatever you want to say about him. That man gets it done. Okay, he gets it done. So I got to get to these callers. I want us to quickly put that out there again. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. JJ, I am taking callers. 515-602-9639. Again, 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. Listen, please give the stream a thumbs up no matter where you're watching me from. I want to thank you and let you know that I appreciate you wherever you're watching me from. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. All right. Also share the stream across your social media with your friends and your family. That's greatly appreciated as well. For my new callers, when you call in, please make sure you have a good background. Don't have a bunch of noise in your background or I will move on from you. Please make sure you have a good phone and a good connection. If I do not know you by name, okay, for my new callers, if I don't know you by name, when I call upon you, I will call out your area code. Please know what your area code is. There's far too many people in this world that don't know what their area code is, and that is insane to me. That is insane to me. I don't understand how you would know your area code, but hey, look, I love and respect everybody, all right? So please know what your area code is, okay? Because I'm going to call out your area code, all right? And also no cursing on my show or I'll get you out of here fast. I'm talking fast, okay? Faster than the New York Jets got Jamal Adams up out of here. That was fast. Faster than the New York Jets got rid of Adam Gase. Whew, that wasn't fast enough. That was fast, man. It was fast, okay? It was fast. Faster than Haason Reddick can hold out. That was fast. That was fast. What? I'm not the one holding out. That's a sign, okay? If I was a Jet, I would show up to camp. Even if I was in a contract year, I would show up. So don't get mad at me, okay? I don't want to hear it from the Savages. Don't get mad at me. That's Haason Reddick, not me, okay? Talk to Haason about that. Again, 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. I'm taking all callers. First caller I'm going to. 917, we're coming directly to you, 917. Mike, we'll get to you next. Also, Savages in the chat, put your thoughts, your questions in the chat. I will come to you in between calls, okay? But I'm only one man. I'll get to everybody, but I do talk to the Savages, all right? 917, we're coming to you directly, though. 917, give me your name, where you're from, and give me your thoughts on this Michael Carter II extension, man. How are you feeling about it?
What's going on, man? This is JJ from Brooklyn. You can hear me all right, man?
Yeah, I can hear you pretty good. Try to come a little bit closer to the phone, just a little bit closer.
All right, cool. All right, yeah, listen, well, first of all, you do a great job, man. I just want to say that I recently came upon your show, and, yeah, I did really enjoy it a lot, man.
Thank you. So, thank you so much, JJ, man. Listen,
no problem.
Yeah, man, listen, I appreciate you, and thank you for watching and coming on. Man, I want to talk to you about this football team, man. There's so many things moving and shaking.
Yeah, man, let's do it.
Yeah, Michael Carter just got his deal, over $19 million in guarantees. How are you feeling about it, man?
I love it, man. I know everybody talks about Sauce and Reed, obviously, a cornerback room. They get most of the shine. Obviously they're great corners themselves, but Carter, he's just one of the most underrated corners in the league. I think he's probably, arguably, the best slot corner in the NFL. I mean, how many slot receivers have big games versus the Jets?
Yeah.
Doesn't really happen too often.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't get the shine the other two corners get, but he's an absolute stud, man. Stud.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and
I'm
again,
thrilled about the news.
and again, he's a guy. This blows away that narrative that the Jets can't keep their guys. Okay. We took him in the draft.
Right.
We brought him in, right? We groomed him. We see growth. We see how he's putting things together. We're seeing a guy that goes out there and pays dividends. And this shows everybody else in the locker room yet again. We did it with Quinnen Williams. We turn around. We handle business again with Michael Carter. If you show up day in and day out and you do what it takes to be a Jet, you're going to get paid. You're going to get yours. And that does nothing but send great vibes all throughout the franchise. Am I right, JJ?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Bingo. Totally agree, man. I'm thrilled, man.
Mm-hmm.
Thrilled for the team. Thrilled for him. He's a stud, man. Absolute stud.
Yeah.
So this is definitely great news. And then real quick on the Haason situation.
Yeah, go ahead. That's what I was
just
going
feel
to
like it's definitely unfortunate, but my thing is I just don't know who's gonna give us that production from that side of the D line.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously Huff is gone. McDonald, boy, he's got some growing to do. I'll say that. Like, you know, in the preseason, you know, he's getting absolutely demolished in the run game. He's just getting pushed back. Like, you can't play him on any short down situation. Like, I'm only playing him on like third and longs. Even then, I know he can get to the quarterback, but he's got one move.
Yeah.
Like, his only move is the spin, and, you know, versus stud offensive lineman. You know, is that gonna work? You know, you gotta bring a little more to the table. So I'm a little concerned because I just don't know what type of production we're gonna get opposite Jermaine Johnson. So it's a little concerning because I've got to see a lot more from McDonald.
Here's my thing. More, and JJ, you're making a great point. Here's my thing. I think as things continue on, we'll see Will McDonald get more moves. Of course, we know that spin moves works. Listen, if something works, it's gonna work. Listen, I remember Dwight Freeney, he had a spin move on him too. I'm not comparing the two, okay? Because Dwight Freeney was, you know, we'll see what Will McDonald grows into. I'm not saying that he's Dwight Freeney. I'm just saying we all remember.
Dwight Freeney, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm just saying we all remember, you know, Freeney's spin move being the move that he would use to just destroy people consistently, right? But you know, I think
he had more power, a little more power.
I think that we'll continue to see Will McDonald grow. We all know that there's a lot of pressure on him in this upcoming season, and I think he'll be able to put some things together as well. But I know that people were saying, hey, we should have brought back, you know, Bryce Huff, but that's said and done now. We're dealing with the Haason Reddick situation, so we'll see what happens going forward. But you talked about, you know, those sacks and the need for guys to push, and we need more production from those sacks. What are your thoughts about some of the younger guys as well that we kept on the roster? Guys like Braden McGregor, you know, Leonard Taylor III.
Yeah.
You know, do you think that those guys will be able to come in and maybe fill in some gaps and add some sacks to the table as well for the Jets?
I think so. They were both really impressive in the preseason. You know, can they give us even a few sacks, 4 or 5? I think it's possible.
Yeah.
So, let's say, Haason is holding out, deep into the season. Can you do it kind of like by committee? You give us 3 sacks, you give us 4, you give us a couple. I think it'll have to be more so of a committee, than one guy getting, double-digit sacks or whatever,
Do you think that
so
this is the year?
I was impressed by those guys, though. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was impressed by him as well. But do you think that this is the year we'll see Jermaine Johnson get double-digit sacks?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, yeah. I think he's amazing. I could see him having at least 11 sacks, 12 sacks.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that.
Love Jermaine.
Yeah, I think that this is the year he'll be able to do that. I want to talk to you about this upcoming game against the Niners. So many things happening, man.
Can't wait,
what are your
man.
expectations?
I'm counting the minutes over here.
Yeah, what are your expectations for Aaron Rodgers in this first game back since tearing his Achilles last season?
Yeah, I mean definitely thrown right into the fire. That's for sure, right? Versus that defense, you know. But listen, I think this offensive line, again, if they're healthy, we know there's a couple ifs on that offensive line. They stay healthy. This, to me, we have the potential to be one of the top offensive lines in the NFL. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yep.
I mean, if you just go through it, Tyron Smith, we know what AVT could do if he's healthy. Again, he's another if, unfortunately, health-wise. But Morgan Moses, I mean, he's still playing at a high level. He had a very good year last year. You know, Timmons, because Timmons, you know, he's got a ton of potential, obviously. Moses, my thing is with this offensive line, I think this is a great run-blocking offensive line. So if this line stays healthy, I think Brees Hall is going to have an MVP type of a season.
Okay.
Like that, this offensive line, they're maulers in the run game. Every one of them, pretty much. Even Morgan Moses, good run blocker. You know, Tyron Smith's a monster. AVT, Moses, they're all plus run blockers. So I think I would like to go more run heavy this season, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm hoping that
that's
as well.
The approach I would kind of go with.
I'm hoping that as well. That eases the load off of Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't have to come out and try to throw for 300 yards every game. You know, it would really work well. Now, my final question for you, JJ, before I let you go, give me your 3 keys to victory for the New York Jets against the Niners, man. What are 3 things that we have to do well that will put us in position to take this game?
3 keys. Well, one, I gotta say protect Rodgers. That's pretty easy. That's and I would just say definitely the run game. I would say you have to run the ball well. Again, it protects Rodgers. You know, I just think you have to get that ground game going. And then my other one is try and limit Debo, man. Like, you know, I just think, you know, what he could do, not just catching, but, you know, they give him carries out of the backfield. He's like a dual threat, you know, so try and keep the ball out of his hands. I know they got other weapons besides him. Obviously, McCaffrey's a stud, you know, so I'm excited, man. I'm nervous, but excited. So I think it's going to be, you know what, I'm going to go Jets 20, 49, 17. That's my prediction.
Okay, I was about to ask you for your prediction. He took the Jets. He says Jets 20, Niners 17. I respect it.
Field goal. Rodgers.
Yeah, listen.
I feel Rodgers takes us on a drive late in the game to get us in field goal position.
All right.
And we win it at the end.
Listen,
Let's go,
JJ.
Baby. You want to know? Let's do it.
Yeah, it's been phenomenal speaking with you. Next time I have a show, I want to hear from you, all right? We're going to keep moving and shaking. We got a lot of callers. We're going to get to everybody again. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. I am taking all callers. A lot of things going on with the New York Jets here. A lot of things happening, man. Let me tell you, okay? Ron P. salutes to you in the chat. Savage, he says, I hope Will McDonald shines. I hope he does as well. He also says Sulla is the first one to go if things hit the fan. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We're going to see. All right. A lot of things happening with the Jets, man. So many good things. All right. Got Michael Carter back in the fold. Made sure things were taken care of with him. But we got to figure out what's going on here with Haason Reddick. Okay. Because, man, oh, man, could this continue to get uglier with him? But we got these Niners coming up, and we got to take care of business against them. We're going to get back to these calls again. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. I'm taking all callers. Savages in the chat. Keep putting your thoughts there, okay? I'm going to keep coming to y'all. Any questions, anything you say, I will be coming back to the chat to get your thoughts and answer your questions, all right? Again, 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. Next! I'm going to Mike. Mike, I'm coming directly to you. Nico, I see you. I want to talk to you, Nico. Sit tight. Okay, I'll be coming to you next. New callers as well. Hold on, but we got to get to Mike. Listen, for those of you that do not know, Mike, he's a savage. Savage! Mike salutes. We're talking that talk tonight. We got things moving and shaking around here, man. We got the Niners coming up. We got Haason Reddick holding out. We got Michael Carter II getting his extension. What are your thoughts about the Jets handling business with Michael Carter and making sure that he was remaining as Jet?
Oh, that was great. I wanted him to sign him. That just means that I don't think they're going to sign DJ Reed because they got to sign Brees Hall and try to sign AVT too. You know.
Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Maybe they can strike a deal with him as well. You know, you can give guys, you know, big money in different years. So hopefully they can work out something with him. But continue on with your thoughts about the extension.
I think it's great. He's the best slot receiver. I mean, defender.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the NFL. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm really happy with that. I just want this game to start. I'm so pumped for it.
I'm hyped as well. Listen, let's go right there. Look, Mike, me and you've been here a minute, okay? Like we go back and forth and we've had talks and we've watched games together. We know in the past that there's been some issues with, you know, Sulla and his time management. Sometimes, you know, the calls aren't getting in as quickly as possible. Sometimes there's some, you know, a lot of issues, okay? Now, he's a great coach, but he's had his issues. Now you were going up against Kyle Shanahan, okay, who plays no games. We know that the Niners have been exactly where we need to go. They've been to Super Bowls. They're constantly making playoff pushes. You know, Sulla knows this team through and through, right? He knows the team through and through. He's been there. Do you think we'll see Sulla out-coach Kyle Shanahan in this game?
I think so. Actually, I think the Jets are going to win this game. He knows his team. You know, like being the defense coordinator and everything. Like I was watching the 49ers during preseason, and their run defense was horrible. The teams are running on them.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't wait, and I want to see. I can't wait to see Kinlaw. I want to see him because he's a big dude, man. He's a 330, you know. And everyone's sleeping. I want to see with Reddick. He's like if he doesn't play in week 1, he's getting fined $800,000 for every game that he misses. So I think he'll be here tomorrow. But I want to see what Tack could do. I think Tack is going under the radar here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, Haason, if he's going to report, he should report tomorrow because that's it. Okay. You got till Wednesday or you're going to start getting game checks. Now, I've said this constantly. I want to see Haason Reddick report, and I want to see the Jets get things done. But I just got a feeling, right, from what we've seen so far, that he ain't going to show. I just got that feeling. I mean, even Sulla recently said he hasn't talked to him since I think like training camp or before training camp, the last time they had a conversation when he was holding out, you know, during that mandatory mini camps and all that stuff. So I don't know, man, if he ends up signing. Okay, I'm hoping that he shows up. I'm hoping the Jets can get something done. Of course, they've already said, Joe Douglas has said that they're not going to negotiate with anybody that is not, you know, you know, isn't with the team and isn't practicing and isn't out there and isn't, you know, hasn't reported. So we'll see. But things so far are looking not so good in that situation. But even going back to what you were talking about, we know with this Niners game and this matchup, I'm hoping that the offense is able to step up as well, man. We know the Jets struggled last year offensively, but we didn't have Aaron Rodgers. Now he's back, you know, fully healthy. He's looked so good this offseason. We've seen him do a lot of great things in practice, no-look throws. Looks like he's fully healed. He's not limping or anything off that Achilles. What is your expectations for Aaron Rodgers in his first regular season game back with the Jets since tearing that Achilles last season, man? What do you think he's going to be able to do?
I can see him going for like 275, 2 touchdowns, and I can see Brees going off.
Okay.
I can see Brees going off.
Okay. So, man, you're thinking that this you're not concerned about Nick Bosa or this 49ers pass rush ripping anybody's head off, huh? You're thinking we're just going to be able to shut those guys down, right?
I think so. I think Rodgers is going to be 3 steps, drop, boom.
Okay.
Get rid of the ball.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
And
that's what I'm thinking the game plan is going to be as well.
and-
Continue on.
Yeah, and if they load the box, he could check out of the play because you know what Hackett, every first down play last year was run up the middle, run up the middle.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't happening this year.
Yeah.
So I want to see more of Garrett Wilson in the slot too. Hopefully they can move that around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, yeah. Listen, Mike, before I let you go, give me your 3 keys to victory for the New York Jets against the San Francisco 49ers.
First, we got to stop McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be rusty coming off the calf injury. Got to stop him. Kittles, definitely got to have spy on him, especially on third down. And I would like to see Sauce spy Anuka, whatever his name is.
Ayuk, Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah, yep.
You want to see him following Brandon Ayuk all game, huh?
Yes, yep.
Okay. I respect that. Give me your final score prediction. Jets, Niners, Monday night. What do you think happens? What do you think the score is going to be?
I'm going to say 24-17.
24-17. What
Jets.
team? Jets. 24-17 Jets. All right, I respect it. Listen, Mike, I want to thank you for calling in. Next time I have a show, I want to hear from you, man. Listen, we're going to keep moving and shaking. Salutes and respect to all of the callers, okay? All of them. We're going to keep getting to these lines again. 515-602-9639, okay? 515-602-9639. Blog Talk works, okay? I know we're all shocked. We're all shocked. Blog Talk. What more do you want, man?
What more do you want from me?
You know what I'm saying? I show up on a weekly basis. How come y'all can't do that? You know what I mean? Why can't y'all do that? In the past, you've been trash. You're working this week, though. Okay? I respect that. But as far as I'm concerned, you're still flushed. I'm not letting up, Blog Talk. Not letting up. And neither are the Savages. Okay? Salutes to Jack Kenna in the chat as well. Savage, he says, I will say this. Reddick can't agree on a contract. It's only a third-round pick. Oh, okay. Jack Kenna salutes. Jack's a Raiders fan. All right. Jack's a Raiders fan. I tell you what, Haason Reddick better do something. Because if he don't show up, game checks. Okay? Game checks are going to start getting hit. All right? And I'm really hoping at some point that Joe Douglas reconsiders that not trading him talk. Because if he keep playing these games, I don't know what else you can do with him. That man's looking for a big payday. I think the report was 23 to 25 million per season is what he's looking for. Woo! That's a lot of money, baby. That's a lot of money. He's a good player. That's a lot of money. All right. So we'll see what happens going forward. I would love for him to be out there in a Jets jersey on the field. But from his side, I don't know. It's not looking like it's going to happen soon. All right, but we will see. I hope it does. We'll keep getting to these lines again. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is number. Call in. Christopher Phillips in the chat says, hey, I heard Haason Reddick is in Jersey tonight. Hopefully it's over tomorrow. We'll see. There's a lot of things swirling, reports moving and shaking. We will see if that comes true. I remember one time there was a guy in the bushes that was keeping tabs on, I forgot what was going on with the Jets. I think it was Aaron Rodgers, keeping tabs on him and all kinds of things. So we'll see what happens. Jets fans have their ways, okay? Again, 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. Next, we're going to Nico. Nico, we're coming directly to you. Val, you will be next. Sit tight. We're going to come to Val. We already know we want to hear his takes, but we're getting to Nico. All right? For those of you that do not know, listen, Nico's been around, man, okay? Nico knows what he knows, and he talks that talk. Nico is a savage. Savage! Nico salutes. Welcome to the show, my friend. Listen, give me your thoughts, man. Michael Carter gets the big extension. How are you feeling about it?
Man, I'm loving it, Joe. First of all, my brother, how you?
I'm all right. I'm all right, man. How about yourself?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed, brother.
Okay. You got a little, I don't know if it's wind in your background. You got a little wind in your background.
I'm about to get back.
Yeah.
I'm about to get back in my truck.
Okay,
So,
yeah, if you
get
could
back in here.
correct that
Hold on.
situation. But listen,
I'm in there.
Yeah, Michael
I'm in
Carter.
there.
Michael Carter gets the extension. I'm hyped about it, man. The reason why I'm hyped about it is because here we are, right? There's been a lot of things moving and shaking surrounding the New York Jets. A lot of people have constantly said, oh, the Jets can't take care of their own guys. They can't do this. They can't do that. You know, they can't keep guys that they drafted. They can't keep guys into the building. You know, they draft guys that turn up, turn out. They're extremely talented, and the Jets cannot keep those guys on their roster. Well, here we are, right? with a guy that we took in the draft that's homegrown, that we saw come in and be able to take care of business, one of the best slot corners in all of the NFL, and we get a deal done with him. He's going to be a Jet for years to come. You know what I'm saying? And that shows big things for the New York Jets, right? It shows that Joe Douglas is going to keep guys that pan, keep guys that work out here. Not only that, right? It shows that if you show up, keep yourself clean, right? You do what it takes to be a great Jet. You handle business. You will be compensated. And that reverberates throughout the rest of the franchise. It absolutely does. It shows everybody else. You take care of business, you'll get taken care of as well. What are your thoughts on it, Nico?
I love it. And you're right. It shows the rest of the organization what we're going to do to take care of our players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
100% correct.
Yeah.
I love the signing. I'm glad he's back with us. He's he's the best slot corner in the league.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just put it in perspective.
Talk that talk, Nico. Talk that talk. Go on.
But Joe, this Haason Reddick thing, man. Okay, listen.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep it a buck, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what was said between the two. Nobody knows what was said. People are saying, but do we really know what was being said? If the man gave his word that he would show up,
mm-hmm.
and that's what you counting on as a general manager,
mm-hmm.
and you counting on it. You count on it, he gonna show up.
Mm-hmm.
But Joe, the man didn't show. And to me, when you say I'm a show, that's not a signed contract. But that's at least saying I'll show up. I'll give you my word. I'll show up. We can talk a deal.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if Joe is saying, hey, just come to the facility and let's talk, what's the big deal, bro?
Here.
You only down there in South Jersey. You're about 2 hours away.
Yeah. Here's my thing. Though. Here's my thing, Nico. And I hear
listening.
you. I hear exactly what you're saying. But my thing is this. You're in a Super Bowl or bust year, right? You're in a year that has big expectations on it, right? You know that your job is on the line as a general manager if you're Joe Douglas. I understand, maybe he said those things again. It's been reported, from other places that he told the Jets from the very beginning he wanted a new contract. Regardless, you saw this guy go crazy in Philly for at least the last 2 years, where he's told them I want a new contract, to the point where the only reason that he's even available is because they don't want to deal with the contract situation with him. That's the only reason. That's the sole reason why he was even available on the trade market, was because they don't want to deal with his contract demands and don't want to have to negotiate with him. He is not a guy that you drafted. Why would you just believe a word of a guy? Why would you even believe that? Every other, pretty much, we've seen these deals get done before. Guess what guys do with a guy that already wants a new contract is they make sure that there's something in ink so that you do not end up in the situation like the Philadelphia Eagles were going to end up in. That's why they shipped them off so fast. That's why I don't know if you have me on the background somewhere. Can you turn that down or mute that if you have me on the background? But that's why they shipped them off so fast. That's why they signed Bryce Huff so fast. It was because, hey, we know that we're not going to deal with this guy and what he wants. Let's move on from him. Joe Douglas should have had a contract in place. That deal should have been done before the trade was official. And here's my final point, and I'll let you speak your piece on this, Nico. They offered Haason Reddick. They offered Haason Reddick a contract during the negotiations for the trade before it was complete. He declined it. That should have told Joe Douglas right there, everybody in the front office and Joe Douglas, this guy is going to play hardball. This is not going to be easy peasy. There are going to be problems. Let's wait to execute this trade. Let's wait to execute this until we have a contract in place, because otherwise it's going to get ugly. That should have told you right there, because the contract that he offered him, according to reports, the contract that was offered to Haason Reddick before the trade was complete would have paid him more than he's getting paid right now. And he still said no. He still said no, and they still closed the trade. I love Joe Douglas. I've been called a Joe Douglas apologist. I've defended Joe Douglas. I think Joe Douglas is a great general manager. I think he's one of the greatest general managers ever in Jets history. I truly believe that. But this was a big mistake by him. I'll let you have the final word, Nico.
Okay. So let's go over to the Patriots. Didn't they give that guy to the Gudon? Didn't he go to the Falcons with no deal? But he gave his word that he would show up?
Here's the problem.
Did he not do that?
Go ahead.
Didn't the guy from the Giants do the same thing?
Here's the problem with what you're talking about. Hold on a second. Here's what you're talking about with Matt Judon. That's completely different situation, Nico. And here's why. Matt Judon is coming off of a year where I think he only played 4 games. His sack numbers are down. That is a completely different situation than Haason Reddick. Haason Reddick is one of the top players in the league. He's one of the top 100 players. He's one of the best pass rushers in all of the league. He's had double-digit sacks the last 4 seasons and was the man in Philly. No jokes. He was one of the guys that helped them get to those playoff pushes and do all the things. He was a valued member of that football team. He's a valued around the league. It's completely different value. He's 30, right? He's 30. Don't get it confused. He's 30, but he's still a great edge rusher. And I don't give a damn. I watched Von Miller get paid, and he was well into his 30s by the Bills. So where he's at in his career and where Judon is in his career, 2 completely different places. Judon can't go into a Falcons organization and say, pay me top dollar, because they'll say, you only played 4 games last season. Your sack numbers are not what they were last season. What are you talking about? You can't say that to Haason Reddick, because Haason Reddick is that dude. I'm keeping it real. Because the second the Jets made the trade for him, we all said that. I'll let you finish. Now,
once again, we don't know what was said behind closed doors. We don't know if he gave his. Well, yeah, you saying you don't know him, but you giving a man is given his word that he would show up. Look what he said at the podium when he was talking. Look at all the stuff that he said. If he said that he wasn't going to play because he didn't get no contract, then you just made yourself look stupid by saying what you said at that press conference. Or did you say it because it looked good at the point in time? You didn't want to look stupid, or you didn't want to answer other questions because you didn't have this contract? You turned down a contract? Once again, you still got to say what was said behind closed doors.
Well, I tell you what,
you gotta get that. Look, if somebody told me, hey, I'm gonna be there, and I'm looking at this man, look at me, give me his word, he gonna be there, I'm gonna take him for the man of his word. I may not know him, he may not have played for me, we may not have drafted him, but I'm looking at this man, give me his word that he would be here. He turned down the deal. I don't. You know what? I don't know. There's that. You ever heard of that backdoor deal or them backdoor talks?
Yeah.
I'm not feeling, and I'm not saying Joe Douglas is entirely right, but you as a player, I get it. You want your money. I get it. Everybody knows you want your money. We get it. I'll just say, all right, come on in. Come in. He could have, to me personally, I mean, if you do a sit-in, don't you still get paid if you sit in?
It depends. And maybe that's why, again, that's why he's not doing a sit-in. Look, I understand, and I get it, and I've gone back and forth with a lot of Jets fans. Either way, Joe Douglas should have never trusted a guy that was going crazy in Philly for the last 2 seasons, so much so that they wanted to trade him based off his word. You don't have that luxury as a general manager that is in the hot seat, right? We all talked about it. I have Jets fans calling in. I got a bunch of callers, right? I had people calling in during the offseason saying if Joe Douglas does not win a Super Bowl, he should be fired. Not only him, the whole staff. Get Sulla out of here. Get him out of here. I don't give a damn if it's the guy that carries the bags. Fire him too. Fire the guys that serve popcorn at the stadium too. Get everybody out of here. I have people calling in. Sulla needs to be fired. The guy that drove him to the stadium needs to be fired. If you drove the train there, you should be fired too. You dumped the trash cans. Get your keister out of here too. Listen, you don't have the luxury of going, I'll take you on your word. No, especially with his history. In my opinion, he should have made sure that there was a deal done. Period. Because again, the only reason why a top edge rusher like Haason Reddick is available is because Philadelphia knew what time it was. But we got to move forward, Nico. Again, I'll give you the last word on that.
I got you.
Give me your thoughts about this
got you.
upcoming game, 49ers Jets. Give me 3 keys to victory for the New York Jets to take this game from the Niners, man.
3 keys to victory. First of all, score points. That's number one. Because you're going against another team that has that score points. Right? Number 2, protect Aaron. Come on, Joe. You know I'm not lying. Come on, bro. You know I'm not lying. Protect Aaron and play some solid defense, bro.
Okay.
All you gotta do is play solid defense against these guys.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do. I mean, you. Let's put it. And I know you gave me final. This is my last thing, but you gotta remember, we coming with some heat, so they gotta play too.
Yeah. Yeah.
We coming with some heat,
Uh-huh.
and we coming with some dogs on defense.
Yeah.
So it ain't It's not a catwalk for them. It's not a catwalk. I mean, I'd rather them play with Trent Williams, so they can't say, "Oh, you beat us because we didn't have Trent." I'd rather him play. I'd rather McCaffrey play, so they can't say if the Jets do win, "Oh, we didn't have this, we didn't have that." Yo, we got dogs on offense. We got dogs on defense.
Yeah.
They gotta play us just as well. This ain't the lay down Jets of last year.
No.
This ain't the lay down Jets.
Yeah. We swing.
No, this is the new beginning of the Jets.
Yeah. We swinging West
New
Coast
beginning.
too.
So
We swinging
they
West
gotta-
Coast.
They gotta play us too. They gotta play us,
Yeah.
and they gotta play Aaron.
Yeah.
Really, they gotta play Aaron, and that's the hardest thing to do is to play that man.
Give
But
me
Joe, I'm gonna let you go, and I know you got
give me your final
callers.
score prediction.
Enjoy yourself.
Before you go, give me your final score prediction.
I had the same prediction at the last dude, 24-17 Jets.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, I'm hearing that talk, and I wanna engage in the discussion. Okay, salutes to Nico. I love going back and forth with him and having talks about this football team. That's what I'm all about. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. Salutes to Jets Chaos. I see you in the building. Jets Chaos says, let me tell you something, Long Island Joe. It's Long Beach Joe. Jets Chaos, okay? Everybody wants me to be from Long Island. What is the deal? All right? I love New York, okay? Anytime I say Long Beach Joe, people think it's the Long Beach. I think there's a Long Beach in New York. Oh, it's Long Beach, California. All right? I do love, okay, all of my people from the East Coast. All right? I will say that. All right? New York is a little, y'all hustle and bustle there, man. New York is wild, is a wild place. All right. But anyway, Jets Chaos says, let me tell you something, Long Island Joe. The $9 million we freed up for Haason, it's the $9 million that we freed up is for Haason. It's happening soon. Okay. We'll see. Everybody wants Joe to be from New York. What is the deal? Okay. What is the deal? The West Coast is the best coast. Okay. But we still bleed green here, Salutes to all my guys from Jersey. I got people from Brooklyn as well, I know. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Bronx, stand up. All right. Harlem. Okay, all my folks in Harlem, 125th. All right. I'll be around, all right? I'll be around, okay? We're getting back to these lines again. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. Michael also says, salute Savage in the Tack. Tack will have 8 to 10 sacks. If Reddick doesn't play, McDonald will have 8 to 10 sacks as well, playing Huff's role. Jermaine Johnson will get 12 sacks. Michael calling out the sacks. All right. You know what I'm saying? He's getting to it. We'll see what happens. Okay? 515-602-9639. Again, 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. Next! We're going to Val, man. Listen. For those of you that do not know, okay, the circus has begun. All right. I enjoy talking with Val. Okay. He calls in and he's going to get his shine. I don't block his shine at all. But, he wants to make sure that y'all don't get y'all's, okay? The circus has begun. For those of you that do not know Val, he's a savage. Savage! Val, salutes. You know, we haven't talked to you in a little bit, man. What's going on with you? How's everything been moving and shaking? What are your thoughts about Michael Carter II and the extension he just got, man? Over $19 million in guarantees. How you feeling?
And oh man, salute to the Savages, salute to Joe. Listen, it's getting a little chilly outside. It's almost that football season. You know, I have to call in before, the game. This is the tip off of the week, you know. So, I definitely have to call in to check in. And what was the question? I'm sorry.
Michael Carter II, okay? Michael Carter II gets the extension. How are you feeling about it?
Somebody said earlier, Sauce and Reed, they always get the credit. They always get talked about. But, man, oh, man, Michael Carter II has been balling out ever since he got on this team. We haven't had a single problem with Michael Carter II. Let's take it back to the Buster Screen years. Let's take it back to this, to the years that we was searching.
Searching
for nickel.
He said Buster Screen. God. Talk that talk.
Buster Screen. Talk about penalties at the left and right. Oh, man. As soon as we got Michael Carter II, that has been a gem, a quiet gem for us that we haven't even been. He's been so consistent, we haven't even been talking about him. That's how consistent he has been, because we always know he's going to show up and do his job. So that's probably the best thing for him. So I am so happy that he got his money, and I'm so happy that we retained him, because it was either, we're getting a little tied up when it comes to re-signing some players, because there's a lot of good players coming down the line. ABT next year. We got a lot of players next year that's coming up. Even the tight end position, Carkland.
Yep.
He's also coming up as well too. He freed up some money today as well too, with Quincy Williams and stuff that I just seen earlier today. So we're definitely trying to free up some money. We're trying to move some money around, and now we re-signed Michael Carter. I'm so happy for him. He definitely deserves it. No problem from this side at all. He definitely deserves it. Nothing but respect for him.
Yeah. Now, listen, we talked about Carter. Man, Haason Reddick, things aren't looking good. I'm hoping he reports at some point. Wednesday, I think, is the that's kind of the deadline, and then we start hitting game checks. He hasn't shown up to anything, man. What are your thoughts about this holdout, and do you think it ends before the season starts?
Man, oh, man, listen, I thought this was going to be done probably last week. That's where my prediction was. Did not know this was going to happen towards the season. It seems like San Francisco, I don't know how they get all these unlimited money that they be getting to sign all these players. So can we get some money as well, too? Because it seems
Val hating low key. I don't know how they get this money. Val hating, pay attention.
How they get all this money, man, that they could just sign the left tackle. He's getting his money soon. They signed the wide receiver. They got Joey Bosa. They got all these. They signed Debo.
Man,
huge contracts. And then on top of that, the quarterback that they have, Purdy, he's getting his contract real soon too. So I don't know how they're getting all this money. But hey, listen, no hate over here. But God, can the Jets at least find some secret way how they do it? Or even the Saints too. The Saints is another team. I don't know how they get away with it as well too.
Yep.
and yeah, it's just ridiculous, man. But hey, listen, hopefully we can find some type of way to get this man Haason Reddick in here. And like you keep saying, man, like, listen, this is a playoff, or I mean, not even a playoff. This is Super Bowl or bust.
Mm-hmm.
To get playoffs, we know for a fact that we got to make the playoffs. Either Robert Saleh or Joe Douglas is going to be gone if we don't make the playoffs and stuff, because that's a huge failure.
Mm-hmm.
We got this team together. Woody Johnson, he spent a lot of money for this team to actually make it to the playoffs. And listen, we're not even just like showcasing for the fans or anything. We're showcasing for these young talent, which is in Garrett Wilson, which is in Sauce Gardner, Breece Hall, that listen, we're not going to be this losing organization that we've been for years on top of years. We're trying to turn the page around and actually have a competing organization, and for us to be contenders every single year. So, you're not wasting your years on just trying to make it to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
We're actually trying to be consistently in the playoffs, making a run and trying to get to that big game, which is the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, listen, and I hear you. 413, I'll come to you soon. Sit tight. Listen, you're talking that talk, man. And as we look around right now, we got the Niners, right? Season opener. We swinging West Coast. Swinging West Coast, baby. Monday night. The lights are going to be bright. Everybody's going to be watching. Man, what are your thoughts? I want to start at the top. I want to start with Sulla and Hackett. Do you think that Nathaniel Hackett will be able to put together a solid offensive game plan against the 49ers and make adjustments when necessary?
Oh, man. Well, listen. We don't have Zach Wilson as a quarterback, thank goodness. So there's no excuses no more. So now we have Aaron Rodgers as a quarterback. We have an offensive line. You know, hopefully we stay healthy in that offensive line as well, too. But they're gonna have to make some type of game plan where they take this good offense, this good defense off balance. Because look what happened against the Cowboys in Week 2. That was terrible. That was awful. And I understand that was a whole different team with the offensive line. We have way more weapons this year, and we have way more like a better offensive line together and stuff like that, and veterans and stuff. So you know we don't have to worry about that. But we're gonna have to, you know, this pass rushing is not gonna be no joke at all. It's not gonna be no joke, and I feel like we gotta have to get this defense off balance. We're gonna have to have some trickery plays. We cannot be as basic as possible. We can't just be, you know, running it on first, throw it on second, and try to throw it on third. And if it doesn't work, oh no, my bad. Run, and then pass. We can't do that. That's out of the game plan. I'm sorry. We can't do that. We have a veteran quarterback in Aaron Rodgers. So you know, I gotta say, like, you know.
Oh, I think we lost Val. Hopefully he gets back in. I think we lost him. Hopefully he calls back. But he was making a great point. And listen, at the end of the day, Nathaniel Hackett has to step up this year. And listen, Aaron Rodgers is here, right? We all know that. We all know that it isn't Zach Wilson anymore. But when you look at Nathaniel Hackett and what he's got to bring to the table as the offensive coordinator here, he has to be able to make the proper adjustments. I think we just got Val back. Val is are you back?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay. Go ahead and finish your point there. Again, 413. I'll come to you in a second. Go ahead and finish your thoughts.
Okay, yeah. So basically, we have to get this. We can't be basic with Aaron Rodgers. We're gonna have to do some mixing and matching when it comes to the quarterbacks and stuff like that. I mean, you know, with the game plan to get this good defense off balance and stuff. So that's how I feel like we have to attack this defense because you know it's gonna have to be a lot of trickery. You seen what happened in the Super Bowl with the Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. The Chiefs did so many fakes and so many dicks and so many faking of the system that they ran with, the scheme that they ran with, and that's how you have to win these type of games, you know, against this good defense. So I think we have the ability and we have the talent to actually beat this team. Yeah, for sure.
What are your expectations of Aaron Rodgers coming back from, you know, the Achilles tear last season? What do you think he'll be able to do in this game, man?
Sheesh. Man, listen, I feel like Aaron Rodgers, yes, I even though he's a Hall of Famer and he has all the achievements and everything like that, but I feel like he still has to get that second Super Bowl win. And I feel like, you know, the expectations are at an all-time high, the pressures are at an all-time high because, again, he is coming to a new team, which is the Jets. He hasn't played for us for a full season or for a full game at that, you know. So he has a lot of stuff that he has to, you know, unpack, and he has a big contract as well with us as well too, you know. So he made this commitment with the Jets, so you know he has a lot on his plate and stuff. So you know, it's a lot of pressure. Hopefully, you know, he's ready for it and stuff. But I feel like, you know, he's an ultimate pro. And I feel like he put a lot of work in this offseason, worked with the guys, and I feel like he got everybody up to speed. You know, I just can't wait to see it on TV and stuff. So, you know, I think he's going to handle it very well.
Do you think we'll see Breece Hall have a huge game running in this upcoming game against the Niners?
Listen, I understand. I heard the other caller. He was saying that it's going to be kind of easy. I don't feel like it's going to be too easy, but I will say Breece Hall, man, listen, he did this against the Bills. We didn't expect him to, like, really run on the Bills the way how he ran on the Bills. But, man, That man is going to be unstoppable. I just hope this time around, Garrett Wilson, if he does break one, Garrett Wilson blocks that wide receiver, or I mean that cornerback, and let Brees Hall go all the way, because he could have had one for like a good 90 yards.
Yeah.
Against the Bills last opening game season and stuff. So I feel like he's gonna definitely have a good game, and I feel like the scheme for this year is that we're gonna run the ball a lot more, because 4 running backs, that's telling you the sign that we're gonna run the ball a lot this year, and we're gonna take some some pressure off of Brees Hall as well too.
Yeah.
That's why we got some young talent in there as well.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're gonna be running the ball, and Aaron Rodgers is going to be managing the game. And that's how I want it to be.
Yeah.
I don't want Aaron Rodgers to be doing too much. I just want him to, just manage the game. That's it.
Yeah. So going over to the defensive side of the ball, do you think that this is the game where we'll see Sauce Gardner traveling with the, the best target, I guess the perceived best target of the San Francisco 49ers?
Absolutely. Yes. This is this is his time. And he should have been doing this since day one. But I understand they wanted to stick to the system. And listen, the system has been working. I understand. But when it comes to, like, the Cowboys game, I feel like Sauce should have definitely traveled a lot more, because it was picking this man Reed apart. I'm sorry, and I love Reed and stuff. But that game, he was really having it hard in that game. Every time they would try to throw it to Sauce side, it just would never work. So they always threw it to the left side. So I feel like we have to let Sauce grow up and be that veteran now and travel and play against the top wide receivers. So I definitely want to see that. And I feel like he definitely should travel, even if it's against the tight end. What's his name? Kittle. Yeah, Kittle.
George Kittle, yeah.
Even it's Kittle or Debo. Yeah, George Kittle. Yeah, either George Kittle or Debo or, anybody else,
What are you expecting from Will McDonald in this game, man? Haason Reddick, we'll see what happens with him, right? The pressure's up on Will McDonald. Do you think we'll see him get a sack on Purdy?
Man, speaking of pressure, and I heard you earlier, man, hopefully he turns into that Dwight Freeman, man, because, man, that spin move is very lethal. I just hope that he could just transfer this into the games that really counts and stuff, And I feel like he has the ability, and he is 24, 25 and stuff. So I feel like, he is older and stuff like that, in football years and stuff. So, he has a lot more experience. I wish, it's the only thing that sucks about this, Haason Reddick would at least, mentored Will McDonald. I feel like that would have brought his speed up a lot more.
Yep.
And for him to, like, learn from Haason Reddick and stuff, that would have been so perfect for him. But I feel like him and Jermaine Johnson, I feel like they're going to really take it over the top. I don't expect Will McDonald to get it off right off the bat, because, again, they do have a good offensive line. But I feel like, he's going to be average. He's going to definitely be average. But the thing about Robert Saleh and his system, I don't care who's on the defensive line. I feel like they get to the quarterback, and that's something that the Jets have always lacked for a couple of years. But now, ever since the, what's his name, Sheldon Richardson and Wilkerson, those two, they were killing it with the red line years.
And Snacks and Sheldon.
Yeah, Muhammad Wilkerson and Sheldon Richardson. Yes, that era, that was like probably the last era of us having a good pass rusher. But now we actually have a dominant, consistent pass rushing, because we were dominating this whole preseason. So we got a lot of good, young talent in there. So, I can't wait to see it, So I definitely have confidence in our D-line. But for us to have it over the top, I feel like Haason Reddick has to be here, for sure.
Okay. My final question before I let you go, Val. Give me your 3 keys to victory. 413, you're next.
Okay, man. The key victories, penalties. Absolutely. We have to get the penalties under control. Protecting Aaron Rodgers is number 2. And number 3, maintaining clock management. I feel like that's very key. We got to maintain that clock management. Make sure we have the ball majority of the time. You control the time and you control the ball, you win the game.
Yep.
So I feel like that's the key. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So give me your final score prediction, Val.
Ooh, yeah. All right, so I say this is going to be 14-17. I feel like this is going to be a low-scoring game, defensive-heavy type of game right here. And like I said, we don't have the I feel like the chemistry is gonna come in the Titans game, but this game is gonna be like we're gonna have a few things going on with the game and stuff like that. You know, we're gonna have like some, you know, the communication's not gonna be because preseason and everything like that. So I feel like it's gonna definitely be a low scoring game. So
14-17 Jets.
14 Jets.
14-17 Jets.
Jets.
Okay. He's taking the Jets. 14-17
Yes,
Jets. I can respect that, man.
Underdog.
Listen, Val, next time I have a show, I want to hear from you, all right?
Absolutely, Joe. Thank you for having me. Shout out to all the Savages. Everybody likes to subscribe to Joe. And like I said, the only problem I have with this game is that we're going to be missing Zach Wilson, man. I feel like we would have blew them out.
Val is flushed, man. Get him out of here. We missing Zach Wilson. Get up out of here. Val is such a troll, bruh. He is such a troll. We missing Zach Wilson. Come on. Couldn't wait to troll. Love talking to Val. Always coming in. I'm telling you, the circus starts. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. Salutes to you, Sco. I see you in the building. Next, we get into 413. 413, we're coming directly to you. Val is such a troll, bruh. He is such a troll. 413, you're looking like a new caller. Give me your name, where you're from, and give me your thoughts on Michael Carter II getting the extension, man.
Yes. Hello.
Yes.
Yes. Hey, Long Beach Joe Jets, right?
Okay, we're gonna get you up out of here. You're trolling. We don't have that. Okay. At least the thing you could do is call in and troll correctly. You know what I'm saying? This guy stinks, man.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Come on, man. Get it together. All right? We trying to get it rolling. Get it rolling early. You know what I mean? Call in with the weak trolling. Marbles in your mouth? Come on, man. Let's be serious. We not having the trolling. Come on, man. We getting it rolling. So we're going to keep it going here. Listen, I'm going to give you my thoughts on what's going on here with the New York Jets and what's happening, man. Let me tell you something. This matchup with the Niners is interesting, man. It's very, very interesting, okay? Again, we talk about the top here, man, and I'm looking at the situation and I'm saying to myself, the Jets have to have their penalties under control. As we saw last season, there was a lot of issues, right? A lot of issues going on here with penalties. And if you give free penalty yardage to the San Francisco 49ers, you're going to have a long day, okay? You're going to have a long day, an absolute long day. And you're going to lose, okay? Because this is a team that takes advantage of every single opportunity that's given to them, all of the opportunities, okay? And we have to keep that under control. You can't give free yardage. I remember there was some games last season where they literally would give teams first downs. We saw Michael Carter get penalties on punts, right? That would extend teams' drives. You do that against the San Francisco 49ers, you're going to get put away. They have far too many weapons. They're too well coached for you to do that. All right. Defensively, I'm looking at the Jets right now, and I'm saying to myself, listen, Sauce Gardner, man, he's going to be tested. The Niners are not going to be scared of him, and he's up to the test. Me personally, I think he's the best corner in the league, me personally, right? I think the Sauce Gardner is the best corner in the league. I know there's some teams or some fans from other teams that will feel otherwise, but yeah, I feel like he's the best corner in the league, and I think he's put in the work to show that. So I would like to see Sauce Gardner traveling with whoever is the top target or top perceived target of the San Francisco 49ers, whether it be Debo or Ayuk. It's probably going to be Debo, right? So when you look at the situation as well, you talk about Debo, a Sauce Gardner to cover him. He's got to be prepared, man. They do a lot of course, we all know, a lot of short yardage stuff, getting the ball, a lot of screens, a lot of McTrickery, constantly to get the ball in Debo's hands and run him all over the field. We got to be prepared for that. We've got to be prepared for that, okay? Then you look at Ayuk as well. A lot of people not talking enough about him, I think. Brandon Ayuk can put some things together. All right, DJ Reed is going to have his hands full with him. So we got to watch for him as well. But I think George Kittle is the guy that really is going to give us some trouble. As we know, notoriously, the New York Jets struggle with tight ends, struggle to cover tight ends. Okay, so we've got to watch that. We've got to get in control of him as well. Quincy Williams, C.J. Mosley. Listen, our linebackers are going to be tested. I'm talking tested, okay, all throughout this game by Kittle. Then you look at Christian McCaffrey as well. Man, Christian McCaffrey is going to be running the ball super hard. They're going to attempt to, really take it to the New York Jets with their running game, as we know. And we've got to corral to the football when it comes to him, man. We've got to corral to the football, because if we don't, man, we're going to get crushed here. Also, we've got to watch him coming out the backfield, running his routes in the receiving game. He can get nasty, man. We got to watch that. And we got to take care of that too. And don't get too over aggressive with the San Francisco 49ers, man. You start running hella blitzes, you're going to get cooked, okay? You're going to get cooked if you try to get over aggressive. They'll start their screen game rolling, and then we'll be up out of there. Also, we got to get after Purdy, okay? We got to get after Purdy, man. Got to get after Purdy. Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald, Quentin Williams, those guys have got to get to Purdy. We got to rattle him early and often. Man, oh, man. If we get him rattled and throw him off of his spot, it's going to go a long way for the New York Jets and, us taking care of business defensively. You look at us offensively, man. Aaron Rodgers, back on the stage, baby. Tore his Achilles, right? Now he's back, and things are rolling and shaking, moving and shaking here. He's fully healthy. Man, I'm excited, man. I am excited to see him go out there and be able to throw the ball around, see what can happen with him. Man, I don't want him to go out there and try to, do things crazy, go out there and do too much. I want us to run the football effectively with, Breece Hall. I want to see us really get our run game going, really make some things happen. And then I think if we can get our run game going and open things up off of that, then I think, again, the game becomes so much easier, and Aaron Rodgers is going to be able to go out there and manage the game. And I think that if that plays out and everything rolls, we can get everybody else involved. I think Garrett Wilson could have a big game as well. Man, I think Allen Lazard, I don't know. I got a feeling that Allen Lazard is going to be able to make some plays in this game too. Maybe we get some big sets rolling, right? We get some double tight end stuff. I think the New York Jets are going to be in really good position, man. Really good position, to really, really take care of some things and handle some business. So, we'll see what happens. Bernard Nixon, call back in. I think you saying it was Bernard Nixon. Bernard Nixon, call back in. We can have the conversation. It was just a little odd there, Bernard. A little odd there. Come on back to me. So I think the New York Jets are in a good spot, man. I think we're in a good spot, and I think that we have things set up to be able to take care of the Niners. Another thing I think a lot of people are not talking about is that we're swinging West Coast, man. Historically, the New York Jets struggle when we go West Coast, right? We've struggled in the past, especially teams like the Raiders and other teams as well. That we've struggled to kind of put some things together. So I think that that's going to be a hurdle to get over. But again, Sulla knows this team through and through, and this is his time to shine, man. Because if you want to get to the top teams here, we're going to see. We're going to get back to the lines quickly. Again, 515-602-9639. We're going to go to 413. 413. Bernard, is this you? Is this Bernard Nixon here on the line?
Yes.
Yeah, Bernard. I apologize, Bernard. You sound like because there's a troll that's called in the past as well, and I thought that this was a troll. But Bernard, salutes and respect.
No.
Yeah, welcome you to the show. There's a troll that is called in as well. I apologize for letting you go, but I thought you were that troll, so I had to get you up out of here. You know what I'm saying? But you're here. You're a good guy. Give me your thoughts, man. We got
Yeah.
Michael Carter II, right? Getting an extension. What are your thoughts about
Yeah.
him and his extension? Here with the New York Jets.
Well, first of all, I'm a Packer and he's at fan. So
Oh, okay. So you're a big Packers fan. Okay, that's wonderful to hear. Listen,
yeah,
we're open. We are open to fans of all teams calling in and talking about what we got going on here with the Jets. So if you're a Packers fan, I know you know Aaron Rodgers through and through. How excited are you to see him in a Jets jersey? Does that? Let me guess that probably doesn't make you too happy, does it?
yeah, man. I mean, I'm a big Rogers guy, and I'm excited. I'm a little bit nervous at the same time, because what happened last year. Hopefully that do not happen again this year.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's a little bit PTSD from me. Probably from probably from the Jets fans too. I bet they're probably feeling a little bit PTSD. But look, me like following him his whole career. And bear with me, I'm a little bit nervous.
No, go
You know what I
ahead.
mean?
You don't
Just
have to
my
be nervous. It's
first
just
time.
listen.
Yeah.
We're two friends having a great discussion, man. You do not have to be nervous here. Continue on.
Yeah. Me, being a Packer fan and watching him his whole entire career. Last year was a fluke. He's been incredibly durable for his whole career, and he plays through injury too, which he has done in the past. So I think he's going to be okay and fine as long as that offensive line can protect him, which I think they will. I think your offensive line on paper is pretty good. And then the wide receivers, Garrett Wilson, Mike Williams, Alan Lazard, and then Brees Hall. And then that other running back y'all drafted is pretty good too. So
Braylon Allen.
I think he set. Yes. I think he's set up. He's set up for success, and I think he's going to have a good year. I'm not saying an MVP year, but if he can go out there and give you 20, like his last year in Green Bay, if he gives y'all those same statistics, I think y'all be in pretty good shape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm thinking the exact same thing. An average Aaron Rodgers year here for the New York Jets will be wonderful. I know there's a lot of people that were like, oh, well, I think he threw for like 3,100. We've had such issues here at quarterback for years. Listen, an average Aaron Rodgers year sets the New York Jets up wonderfully for success throughout the rest of the season and into the playoffs. So I absolutely welcome, Aaron Rodgers coming in. And again, I don't want Aaron Rodgers to come in and have to shoulder the load. He has to be, the Aaron Rodgers he was when he was 25. Of course, we all know that he can still put up great numbers and do great things here in this league. But he can come here and just be a solid game manager for us. Man, the Jets are in an amazing, amazing space. So, like you said as well, and I agree. I think that if he can come in here and just be solid, put up solid numbers, solid stats, the Jets are going to be in a wonderful place. Quickly, Bernard, you see our defense, man. I think our defense is raring to go and looking good. What are your thoughts about our defensive matchup against the Niners? Do you think we'll be able to get to Brock Purdy?
Yeah, I mean, well, they did. The Niners offensive lineman is now they re-signed him. So Trent Williams, yeah, so he's back in the starting lineup. I mean, that's good news for Brock Purdy. If he wasn't there, I think Brock Purdy will have a lot of major problems. But I think with or without Haason Reddick, I think that the Jets defensive line is still pretty good. I mean, we saw that in the preseason, and I think y'all got some good studs still at the D lineman. But I think, I think y'all can get pressure on Purdy. I think that, I'm not really a big Brock Purdy guy. But I think if you just come in there with a solid game plan, maybe the Trent Williams being there might change a ton, but if y'all just get pressure on him, force him to make mistakes, don't let him get into a rhythm and pick you apart. If y'all keep him from doing that, I think the Jets defense can be pretty good and shut that offense down.
Okay. Listen, Bernard, this has been a great call from you, man. Give me your final score prediction. Jets, Niners. Who do you think wins? Who do you think loses? How do you think it ends up?
I think I'm going to go realistic. I'm going to say I got the Jets eking this one out 23-20.
Wow, okay. Talk to me.
Yeah. 23. Yeah, 23-20. I think Rodgers is going to have one touchdown. I think his stats are going to be low just because first game back, haven't played in 2 years, getting to the groove. Might be a little rusty, but I think this could be like a Brees Hall game. Maybe Brees Hall would have like a receiving touchdown and a rushing touchdown, and then Garrett Wilson would have some clutch catches down the stretch.
Okay,
same thing with Mike Williams too.
Listen, he took the Jets, man. Listen, Bernard, this was a great call from you. I apologize. Them trolls, they be trolling, and, we got to get rolling.
Yeah.
But this was a great call from you. Next time I have a show, I want to hear from you, all right?
Yeah. Yeah. And then one more thing before I leave.
Yeah.
I just can't wait to see Rodgers back out there, man.
Yeah.
It seems like last year when he was, when he was out, it seems like the league wasn't the same. So, and because the league is back being fun when he's out there. And I do want him to shut up all the haters too, because there's been a lot of haters and naysayers, chirping about him this off season. I know you heard more, about that, but
oh boy, did I!
Yeah, man.
Oh boy, did I, Bernard?
Yeah.
a lot of I had people coming at me left and right.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Listen, Bernard, I gotta slide off again. Next time I have a show, I want to hear from you. Right?
Yeah.
Listen, Bernard calling in. That was a good call. I apologize. We got them trolls be trolling. Okay, we gotta watch it. We got a troll call in, and then he got belligerent. A while ago, I had to, get him up out of there. So we got to watch it. But Bernard called in with some takes. Good call from Bernard Nixon there. Again, I want to thank him for calling in. So before I close up the show, man, listen, boy, oh boy, we got things moving and shaking. Here's my final game prediction. I talked about everything that's been going on here, okay? My final score prediction. I am taking the New York Jets to beat the San Francisco 49ers on the road on Monday night. I am taking the Jets to beat the Niners 20-17 Jets. I'm taking the Jets. I'm taking the Jets, and I'm leaving it there. Okay? I'm leaving it there. GVH in the chat salutes. He says, Rodgers coming back home. You know how he likes to stick it to the Niners for passing him up. That's true. He does not like the San Francisco 49ers. Okay? He does not like the San Francisco 49ers. All right? All right? He doesn't. Okay? All right. So we're going to close up the show. All right? A lot of things moving and shaking. Again, I want to thank everybody for calling in. I want to thank everybody for taking your time to get involved with the show. I appreciate everyone and their takes. You know what's crazy tonight? No one took the Niners. Not one caller took the Niners. Not one. Is that a sign? You know what I'm saying? Is that a sign? That's all I'm going to say, man. Is it a sign? Everybody's high on the Jets, all right? So I'm going to get out of here. Listen, I am the man of the people. I'm here for the people. Let me shamelessly promote my Facebook page. Everyone, go on Facebook, search The Long Beach Joe Show. Like that page. My content's up there. Go ahead and give it a listen. Message me. I'll message you right back. I love going back and forth with you folks about this football team. Also, leave me some feedback. I love hearing about what you folks think I do here on The Long Beach Joe Show. Okay? I really do. I appreciate it. I'm also on Twitter as well. Go on over to Twitter. Type in at The Long Beach Joe. At The Long Beach Joe on Twitter. All right? Follow me. I'll follow you right back. All right? If you want to troll, no problem. I am the troll that lived under the bridge, and I will have my Vera Tucker jersey on at all times. At all times. Okay? At all times. All right? Me and Vera Tucker. Okay? AVT's going to get his deal next. That's all I'm going to say. He's going to get his deal next. Okay? And he's going to dominate this season, man. He's going to cook people. Okay? He's going to absolutely cook people. He's going to grab people. He's going to throw people around. He's going to be dominant, okay? He's going to dominate people. And we've seen him do that. He's going to get back into his, all-pro, Pro Bowl kind of form, okay? And he's going to show people that that's the type of player that he is this upcoming season, all right? I'm just saying, that's what we do at SC, okay? Fight on. Fight on now. That's what we do, okay? So please, be on the lookout for that. You won't have to worry about it. It will be seen, okay? Fight on. Go SC, okay? So, if you want to troll me, we'll be there. Also, I'm on YouTube as well. Going over to YouTube, type in Long Beach Joe Jets. Long Beach Joe Jets on YouTube. All right, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so when I post content, you will be in the know, okay? You will be in the know. Also, if you want to troll me, get in the comments. Okay, put your comments down there, troll me, and we can go back and forth. All right, and I appreciate everybody that does that. Please give the streams a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share it with your friends and your family as well. And I appreciate those of you that do. All right, and as always, people, when you see me in person, it is arms out, chest open, free hugs for everyone. Free hugs for everyone. The hugs will cost you absolutely nothing. I want to thank you folks for taking the time out of your day to call in, to interact with your boy, all the savages in the chat, everybody, any way that you interact with the content. I want to thank y'all for doing that, all right? Without you people, I am absolutely nothing, okay? So I want to thank y'all for doing that. Thank y'all for being a part of what I do here. And, it's exciting. We got the Jets season opener coming up. And boy, oh boy, a lot of things happening, moving and shaking. So until the next show, you folks have a good one. Peace. 1 second, folks. Pow. Okay, I should be back. Listen, folks, I want to thank everybody for joining me, no matter where you're joining me from. Salutes and respect to all of you. Okay, exclamation point links. All right, in the chat, that's my link tree. That link tree has the links to all of my social media platforms, okay? Please follow me across all my social media platforms. We have a lot of fun. I have a lot of debates with a lot of people. Also, that has all the links to my YouTube channels. More reactions videos coming. I apologize. I'll be posting those soon. My schedule's been wild, but we'll get back to that. We laugh at people on the internet, so please subscribe to my YouTube. Also, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. We do these shows year-round, okay? Year-round we do these shows, okay? And we have a lot of fun. We have a blast, all right? Please, when you call in, because we do these shows year-round, generally my shows start at 7 p.m. Eastern. They on different days because my schedule is wild. But if you follow me across my social media, if you, again, subscribe to the channel when I go live, you will get notifications. If you follow me on social media, I put hours before I'm going live that I'm going live. Also, the video or the streams will be put up hours before I go live. You will know that I'm going live, okay? So please get involved. When you call in, please make sure your background is clear of noise. Because if I can't hear you, my audience can't hear you, what can I do? So please make sure that's good. If if your background's a little strange, I'm going to ask you to kind of correct yourself, okay? Please correct your stuff, and then, we'll follow on. But if your background continues to be crazy and clear noise, I'm going to move on from you because I cannot have that, okay? Also, when you call in, please make sure you have a good phone line. If your phone line's crazy and it sounds wild, please please correct it. I'm going to ask you to correct it if I can't hear you because you called me from a phone that you have in Home Depot dumpster. You found in a Home Depot dumpster. I'm going to get you up out of here, okay? I'm going to move on. So please, please, please make sure you have a good phone line and I can be able to hear you. The only rule I have on my show is cursing. Do not call into my show cursing. I'll get you up out of here fast. Don't do that, okay? So people call in sometimes, try to get belligerent, and I have to move on from you. Okay, first off, this is a family show, so I don't allow that here on my show. But this is also YouTube, okay? So I got to watch it. All right, don't call in cursing crazy because YouTube is very sensitive. And I have to respect YouTube, okay? I got to respect my YouTube, okay? So, please don't do that. So I can't have that on here, okay? People have tried it in the past, and I had to get them up out of here. All right. So don't do that. If you curse once again, because we have such great discussions, I know people get comfortable or, it's heated because the team is playing like, in the past they were playing like, they could play better. I'll ask you, hey, don't curse again. But if it's bad enough, I'll just move on from you. Okay. So don't call into my show cursing like crazy. I don't have to, tell my audience. I know that y'all know, what's going on and how to, speak without those things, but there's, I just have to put that out there to let everybody know. So no cursing. And again, I appreciate everybody that calls in. That's what the show is all about. So please, call in and have a great time. Also, this number here, right there, that's the number to the show for the foreseeable future. Okay. As we all know, Blog Talk sucks and it doesn't always work. Okay. It is what it is, but here's the deal. Okay. Because that is the number to the show, what a lot of people do is they call into the show early. My shows start at 7 p.m. Eastern. Okay. That's when they start, depending on, the day or whatever, but they always start at 7 p.m. Eastern. So people call into the show at like 6:50 p.m. Eastern. I'm not telling you who's doing it. Okay. It's Rusty and Val. I'm not telling you who's doing it, but it's Rusty and Val, okay? Rusty and Val do it, but I'm not telling you who's doing it, okay? Because I don't do that, all right? But, all right, people call in early, and they wait on the line about 5 or 10 minutes because I think it's 6:50 p.m. Eastern. I think that's when the lines open up, okay? I think that's when the lines open up. But, hey, some people have told me to open up before that. But, I think that's when the lines open up. So they call in, they wait. And then, as y'all heard today, I usually, talk about the team for maybe 5-10 minutes generally, get everything out that we're going to be talking about, get my thoughts out really quickly. And then I go straight to the lines and I talk to the people. Okay. That's what I'm all about. So that's how a lot of people consistently get on early in the show because I have a physical cue and I can see you. Okay. I can see you when you call in. So I go down my queue and that's how people get in early. Okay, so it's not illegal to do that. It is completely legal. Okay, and I want people to do that because it's open. But I let people know so that they're that it's a thing that everybody knows and it's fair for everybody to do. As y'all see, not you saw, but you see, Outlaw says defamation of character. Sir, Blog Talk worked tonight. Okay, I can easily prove these things. Okay, Blog Talk worked. Okay, so I can back up. I have proof for my case. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say to you. All right, but I want to thank everybody for calling in. I appreciate the callers. Again, this is what the show is all about. Interacting with a lot of people. I love talking about the team. I could stay up here all night and just talk about the team, but I love interacting with other people and having those discussions. Oh, the other thing I don't allow on my show is yelling. Don't try to call in and like yell over me. I don't allow that either. But as y'all heard tonight, I give my guests or my callers more than enough time to talk. Y'all can talk all day, because I want to hear from y'all. That's what the show is about, interacting and having having that discussion. Outlaw says all false. Skip this part. As y'all saw, like, come on, man. Listen, I don't have a problem with Val. Me and Val are cool, right? Val like me, but he don't like y'all. That's what he don't want me to tell y'all. Val is cool with me. We don't have no problems. He don't like y'all, okay? He wants to take your shine. Val always wants to be first on the line. He always wants – Val wants all the time too, okay? So y'all can keep – you can see these comments, but just know that it's all – what the kids say is cap. I think that's what the kids be saying. It's all cap. Yeah, it's all cap. Everything Val's saying is cap, okay? All right? It's all cap, okay? So, yeah, please get involved, with everything that I'm doing. Subscribe to the channel. And, yeah, let's go back and forth. All right, let's have that fun. Again, please, background noise. Gotta go, okay? Some people call me when they at work. They out and about in the streets getting that money. Listen, I respect it, okay? I understand people, they got to hustle. They got to do their thing. I'm all, about saying, hey, get your money. But, if your background's crazy and you got a bunch of noise, a bunch of beeping or something crazy, listen, get away from that, okay? And then call your boy Joe and let's have that discussion, all right? So please, the background noise, all right? And again, I want to thank everybody for calling in. I love having discussions about this football team with people, okay? Love having a discussion about this football team, all right? So, yeah, that's what the show is all about. We do live game watch-alongs as well. I'll let y'all know, man. But we watch games throughout the season together. And then after the games, we have live radio shows, okay? So please, please, please get involved. We have a lot of fun doing that, too. Those shows get hot, especially in the past, man. There's been a lot of shows, especially when the team was not playing good, okay, that, it got a little reckless. But no cursing, okay? But it definitely, show was off the rails, okay? Definitely crazy, okay? So please, please, please get involved with everything that I'm doing. And, check out the show, man, and listen. And, again, subscribe, thumbs up, and get involved with everything that I'm doing, okay? Outlaw says, what is your prediction on Haason Reddick? Do you feel like this gets done by the game, or does this go into the Tennessee game? I think this is going to go well into the season, to be completely honest. I don't think Haason Reddick – I don't think that Haason Reddick is – this thing is not going to be easy. It's really not. I know that there's a lot of people saying that he will report today, and he did not report today at all. I know that there's a lot of people saying that he's going to report tomorrow. There was a savage in the chat that was saying I think it was a savage in the chat that was saying that he's supposedly in Jersey and he's going to report tomorrow. I don't know. But I feel like this is going to go into the season. Will they get the contract worked out? How the numbers? I don't know. I really, really don't know. But again, I think this goes into the season. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully he signs before the season. But the deadline is tomorrow. So either he shows up tomorrow and is there, or, But I think, again, this goes into the season, and I think that this is going to be a rough process with him because he wants to get paid. If we do get him before the season, he's definitely going to get paid as well. I think the numbers, again, somewhere between 23 and 20-something. And you know what else is crazy about this situation, too, really quickly, because I got to get up out of here soon. Even if you bring him in, I don't understand why. There's a lot of Jets fans that are not concerned about the possibility of injury. If you look at Revis held out. Remember that year he held out? He missed all the offseason, and he didn't really get in until basically like a couple of days before the season started and we played. And he had massive issues, with his hamstring. We see that with players that hold out during the offseason all the time. And I'm wondering if that's going to affect him too. If we give him this money, he's been out all offseason, and then he comes back and plays during the season, and he has massive issues with his hamstring. They usually have like hamstring issues, quad issues sometimes, stuff like that, because you haven't been with the team in preseason and all that stuff. I'm very sure he's in shape, but it's different being in football shape. You got to be out there. You got to be moving around. You got to be, so I'm worried about that being a problem too, to be completely honest. But we'll see what happens and if he signs. All right. And again, I want to thank everybody that called in. I appreciate y'all. Okay. Salutes to Outlaw. Always good to see you in the building, see you in the chat. Salutes to GVH. Always good to see you in the building as well. Bernard Nixon, salutes. I want to thank you again for calling in. I apologize again. I don't mind the trolls, but there's a troll that is belligerent and called in a couple months ago. I had to get him up out of here. All right. Don't call in getting crazy. Okay. Salutes to Michael as well. Always good to see you in the building. JJ, always good to see you in the building as well. Jets Chaos, salutes and respect to you as well. Jack Kenna, I see you in the building. Salutes. All right. Always good to see you in the building. Christopher Phillips, salutes. Always good to see you in here as well. Salutes and respect to everybody. Vibes, I see you in the building as well. Always good to see you. Okay. Dagoda, always good to see you. Ron P, salutes as well. Salutes and respect, man, just to everybody that comes on by, says what's up, you know what I'm saying, and calls in and has that talk with your boy. That's what I'm all about. Okay. Bree salutes. Always good to see you as well. Bree says Connor Hughes tweeted a picture of Reddick signing helmets. Okay. Hopefully maybe he's I don't know. Let's talk about. Hopefully he signs tonight. Let's see him or signs tomorrow. Okay. I'm hoping that means that he's in and ready to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that's I'm hoping that means that the deal's closed. All right. Salutes. And again, Bree, thank you. Bree says ain't no show like a Joe show. Salutes, man. Always good to see you. And again, Outlaw says a great show. Thank y'all so much. All right. Listen, I want to thank everybody for joining your boy. All right. No matter where you join me from. It's been great. I got to get up out of here, though. Schedule's wild and I got to move. Listen, be safe. Okay, folks, be safe. Man, there's a lot of crazy things going on in this world. Oh, brother. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in this world. Okay, man, be safe. Okay, be safe. Sit down with your friends and your family, eat some good food, make some good meals. Listen, let the people that you love know that you love them. It's extremely important to me in my life, and I hope it's important to you in yours, okay? I hope it's important to you in yours. All right, sit down with the people that you love, good food, watch some good TV, enjoy a good meal, man, with those people, and let them know that you love them because you never know what's going to happen. You don't, man. It's important to me. I hope it's important to you. All right. So until the next show, I'll let y'all know when we have in the next show. I'll let y'all know what we doing going forward. But again, for the new people, we usually have one show a week. Okay. I know people want me to do 2 and 3 shows. We'll figure that out. Schedule's wild. I can only do like one show a week at this point, but I appreciate y'all and I want to do more. Just know that I want to, but the schedule's crazy. Okay. But we'll figure things out and, go for it on there. Outlaw says the Jets are moving money around. Hopefully, listen, Bree, Outlaw, I'm hoping he signs tonight. I'm hoping the Jets get it done tomorrow. That's the deadline. If you don't get it done tomorrow, I don't think he can't play in the first game. And he's going to get hit with a game check, from what I understand at this point. All right. So I'm hoping they get it done. I'm hoping he signs tomorrow. I'm hoping he does. That would be lovely to see. All right. But we'll see because things have been pretty ugly so far with Haason Reddick in this holdout.